I'm sorry.
Jeff says to win the rest of the supplies that they have to pick one player from each tribe to go on their journey to win the supplies back. And the Kalu tribe, they vote for Coach. The Sela tribe, they vote for Ozzy, and the Vatu tribe vote for Q. So we're gonna have a huge battle to get the supplies early on this episode. It's gonna be a good battle between those three. And who's I rooting for to win? When I was watching the episode, I was rooting for the underdog Q. I think Q was the underdog against Coach and Ozzy. They are veterans in this game, so they know how to, just win challenges. You know what I'm saying? Q's a good competitor, but he's not as seasoned as Ozzy and Coach. So heading into this, I was expecting either Ozzy or Coach to win, but I was rooting for Q. Got to root for the underdogs. But they were going at it. So the challenge was to get this key. They have to drag the key back, and the first one to basically get the key wins. So we see that Ozzy is trying his hardest to get the key because he's the first one to make his long stick, but his stick isn't that sturdy. It's a little flimsy. So Ozzy's kind of like trying his best to yeehaw that thing, but it's not going. And almost an hour has passed and he's still not able to get the key. So Ozzy's trying to make a deal. It's like the first person to knock the key down from the platform deserves to get the key and win the supplies for their tribe. So Ozzy's thinking like, damn, I don't know what I want to do. But he finally gets it done and he gets the key. But guess what happens? Coach is like, I didn't make this agreement. Q made the agreement. Q agreed to the deal that Ozzy made, but Coach didn't make that agreement. He was completely silent. So Coach is like thinking like, all right, I'm about to steal this from Ozzy. And that's exactly what he does. He steals the key from Ozzy and Coach gets the supplies for his tribe. So Coach ends up getting an early dub this episode. First day in. It's got to feel good for the old school guy. He still got it. Still has it, man. The Dragon Slayer still has it. But Ozzy was pissed. And Ozzy and Coach has history. Back in the day, Coach was in the final two. And I think against this lady named Sophia. And Coach, in my opinion, should have beat Sophia. But Ozzy was one of the players that advocated for Sophia to beat Coach, to win against Coach in the final tribal council, and made Coach look bad in front of everybody. So Coach still holds that resentment against Ozzy, but we saw them kind of make up and they kind of, let bygones be bygones before this. But then after what Coach just did, Ozzy's like, not again. So Ozzy is just telling his tribe what happened when they go back to camp. It says like, Coach stole that thing from me. Meanwhile, when Coach goes back to camp, he's celebrating with his tribe saying he won it fair and square. So are we already seeing tension between Coach and Ozzy? Yes, but the thing is they're on separate tribes. So hopefully they both make it to merge because that's going to be fun to watch.